Hello. Why? There's so much pain automatically, my lord. I just started, and all you guys know is pain. Okay. Hi. You know, you got a good point there. I don't know. You know, it could be Fruit Loops, but I doubt that's what she means. Oh, God, there's words going on. I missed all of that. Ah, I see. Well, that's fucking weird. It should exist. It's not so much you need a Square Enix account for the beta, you just need a Square Enix account if you want the Fortnite rewards. And probably you'll play online too. Anyway, October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Ryan Cool offices. I completely forget the voices I gave people. I think it is just needing it to play online, but I'm not 100% certain. I'm not giving my Batman voice, especially not after I saw what her English voice is in the anime. I can't do it. That rocked. So I think Maya and Phoenix, I'll just do my normal voice. Don't worry, there'll be time for a Batman. Maddox, there'll be time for a Batman. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa, stop waving that broom around. Ten tabs, trying to get your shit together. That's a lot of tabs. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Still Samurai? Well, I know Still Samurai, but yeah. He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Okay, listen, Phoenix. Adults are allowed to like kid shows. Who the fuck has man boobs? Oh, you're probably talking about the... Right. I'm pretty sure those are called pecs. Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17. See, I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. Also, I'm pretty sure that was just the costume. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Still Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Gramps. Well, the Still Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick? Maya? What? It's still early. Is this Still Samurai? The Still Samurai got arrested. Huh. And there's my monthly rent right there. Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes. They're saying that the Still Samurai killed the villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean, he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with his samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick. October 16th, 9:22 a.m. You know, it could be. This could be just a big misunderstanding. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Maya's here. That's naughty, Maddox. Bad. Maya's here watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kid show The Still Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. Yeah, Katana? I mean, you do own Tomb Raider. So, you know, that could be why your account already exists. I don't know how. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. Oh, it most definitely does, but really, whose official site doesn't? The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. The police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, it's a nightmare. The Still Samurai is over. The world is over. Bring. Beep. Yes, right in Law Offices. What? Nick, it's the Still Samurai. What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Beep. Let's go, Nick. Go? Go where? They have the Still Samurai down at detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case. Okay. Down to the detention center, then. October 16th, detention center, visitors room. Oh, that's a face that he looks like he could play Sabretooth, I'm gonna be honest. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder, at least once, maybe twice. Whoa. What are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Still Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Still Samurai now. Nick. What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. Okay, so what happened? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The guests had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. That's quite the death face. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jackhammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes. It's a long spear that the steel samurai uses as a weapon. That is not in the bad, Maddox. Bad. No death a hago face. The steel samurai. Maybe you could explain to me just what the steel samurai is. Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's the new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? And your alibi, sir. Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studio at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. Oh, what would the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right. The Global Studios, I'll draw you a map. Well, Nick, let's go! I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. Okay, studio main gate. October 16th, Globo Studios, main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome, aren't you excited? Hey, you there. You want in, you gotta go through me. Oh, sorry. We're lawyers. Oh yeah? Oh, well that's great, I'm security. And it's my job to make sure gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident that came to snoop around. Used today, some horrible happens. Oh, I can't read. I can't read that fast. Yep. Yep. Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Used today. Tell me about the studios. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, Dewey. Well, wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then too, he was. Hammer? The victim dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Okay. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. I don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. Okay. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? Huh. Well then, I have no idea what it could have been. What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Huh. Well, that's odd. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But that was an accidental filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. I see. Well, that's unfortunate. Reason for suspicion. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. It's about time for you to be heading home. There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were looking suspicious. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. Okay. Okay. Hello. How was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Oh God. These voices are hell in the throat. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this law of your business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes, actually she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio, but let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you. She's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. Woo. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request for Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize that bold chowder squall. Powers' request given to the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate of youth to use such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here toward the studios. No going to the right, that's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick. Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents a piece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents. Okay. Cool. October 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day? Oh god, I'm not doing the Batman voice for him. There's someone else that I have in mind for that. It's that confused detective. Hey pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, alright? So, how's your investigation going, detective? Well, it's, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick? Maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Alright, so detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Oh, God. Damn. Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. But the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? What kind of evidence? Well, that, photo. The photo of the still samurai. Oh, fuck. These deep voices hurt me. The photo of the still samurai heading toward the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See that camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no. Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. I mean, not necessarily. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. Okay. Do a quick examination. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate. Oh god, that's Phoenix's voice. There's a number plate on the camera, ST1-307. That must be the camera ID number. I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. Either that was some really strong wind, or this was a really fragile statue. There's a big welcome sign above the path. Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They've started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging for admission. Huh. You sure know a lot about this place, detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here. Yeah, and what perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Huh? Just what's that supposed to mean, pal? The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. Makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Okay. Nick, look. The security lady is in the gas station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ugh. She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you'll pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, you see. The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him too. If he's not the one what did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Yeah, a good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was, past tense. Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate is a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh, yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. I see. Death by suicide is your guess. Well, we'll see. October 16th, Global Studios Employee Area. Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Let's be honest here. Every one of these cases could be a suicide if you stretch the truth long enough. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. Must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh, it's so normal. I was expecting some cool themed snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. But wait, look! Samurai soda. Nick, try this! Ladies first. Lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates minus the steak. T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? I could go for a steak, I'm gonna be honest. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick. You know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? Wait. I can slide. Holy shit. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through here, through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo-Old Tokyo Castle. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? Makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? Okay. Into the dressing room I go. October 16th, Global Studios dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. I must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. How many stomachs does this girl have? There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Ooh, this is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? Kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Yes, Samurai Boogie Woogie. Look! An employee key, card key. That must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. Card key added to the court record. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. Okay. Nice. You know, I'm sure it'll be fine. The entrance to Studio 1. This is a studio where they found Jackhammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. Beep. It opened. Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the still samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. The outline where Jack Hammer's body lay with the tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny. I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you, no touching that. Sorry, my partner's kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. And that's probably the problem, Maya. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Oh dear lord. Katana's getting violent. Yes. I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. When I saw WP go into his dressing room... Oh, okay. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue. A lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? We'll get to the photograph in a minute, Maddox. We gotta get to the day one of the trial first. Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So, you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Still Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain, Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Still Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo. Oh, right. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right. Sorry. This girl is out there. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone. A real-life megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. What's this? That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I want to be the director. Or maybe the Still Samurai. I think she's being serious. What? You'll stay here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I want to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., right? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Alright, you better tell me and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One. I mean, it's possible she could have done it. Her? She's not even a full-time employee. All you young'uns are like that nut. Okay, she's doing her thing. She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Yeah. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. I see your guess is an assisted suicide. Okay, then. 1. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. ST1307, I think. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data from that day. Let's see what we got. Oh dear me. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's what the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for the day? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. To be continued. Yes, I would like to save. October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest. The samurai sword spear, the thing, found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Shall I listen to that whole thing again? Nah, I got it down. I think I can probably remember that.
So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval.
Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? My Aunt you that handsome fella. I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh dear, you don't need to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. When the old bag, dearie. So just call me... no, I can't. Doing her thing. Objection. I object to the witness talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony?
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the gas station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the gas station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a sewer man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was headed toward the studio.
You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Let's see here. I should be able to... Right here, I think. Should be this. Yes! Got it. Let me get this straight, old bag. Or, Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you when he said, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this power is Mr. Willpower.
In this photo is Mr. Willpowers, do you? Jesus Christ. I am fumbling over my words. Humph. Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh. Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. Shut up, Maddox. I don't know everyone would be so noisy. You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof, then.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
He had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. That don't sound right. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai, what a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. Okay. He broke a prop. Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear. The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. Well, this strikes me as a significant detail. The hell are y'all trying to do in the chat? Was Mr. Power's ankle badly sprained? Your thing is in a box because I think you're a moderator. Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. Exactly. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is the still samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the still samurai, yes? And it is clear that the person in the still samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? I'm gonna object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the still samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go through the studio was, before them was Mr. Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the still samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Okay. The time of blah blah blah, no one puts the saga. Okay, no one else went through there. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy. Old Windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all, or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? Okay. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sorry, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here, I thought you didn't know your hair from a hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that it means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo?
Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. The evidence shows that not 1 but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there was only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, so the security lady herself. Eh? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
Ahem. I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help? Huh? But believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Humph. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss...
something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
I mean... She doesn't go past the gate, so it wouldn't take a picture of her, but when you... technically speaking, that one shouldn't be photo number 2, because it should have taken a picture of everyone when they showed up, unless they live on the lot. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Oh, no, I get it, but yeah, that photo, again, should not be number 2, because everyone else would have gone through the gate. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Okay. Another job. That's right. I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes. Do you back up all of the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. I throw out any photos that are suspicious that you see. Okay. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at the faces, for the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? Humph. A fanboy. Fanboy. Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Oh, wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The gate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So, on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably second or third grade. What?
Order, order! Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was the still samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about second or third grade.
Oh, yes. Well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. A boy in second or third grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear.
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
October 18th, 11:08 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Mr. Powers?
Yes?
Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio.
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the still samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The still samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room.
You have a very good point, Katana. Any good police would suspect everyone on the lot.
Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a stale samurai costume.
So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go.
What does that mean?
Please don't sigh like that.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are as simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order. Interesting. Let us hear what you have in your mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the crime?
Well, obviously it's the security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The still samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Mrs. Oldbag to you? Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the still samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the still samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent detective reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Yeah, that could also be a possibility. No one ever really suspects suicide in this series. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Yeah, I'll press forward. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's action on that day. But why would I do something so horrible? The poor Hammer. You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. No Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old mail in 10-second stops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy's not the killer. What? How can he be so sure? Or is it nice to be nice? Or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders' day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Fuck. Oh, he just wanted to cosplay Still Samurai and accidentally drop the spear on himself. You know, that could happen. That could have happened. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy... What was her name? Something Oldbag, Johanna. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were other people at the studio on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
But, Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. So, you were told not to talk.
That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So, where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Is it Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over?
You know, that does have a lot of merit to it. The whole studio killed Hammer, framed Powers for publicity. The path where the... right, I read that already. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Nah. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings and the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 18th, 1:04 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, Number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Aw, really? It's nothing.
Or should I say... Or should I... or should I... Well, we'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. Edgy Boy does need a drink. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. Stop, Maddox. Stop. That is already a thing people do. Stop it. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. Kind of feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. To be continued. And that, thanks to my throat being fucking sore as shit, is where I will end it. So, yeah. I'll go ahead and quickly do this little save here. Yep. Go ahead, like if you wish, comment after the stream, afterwards if you wish, do whatever the fuck you do at the end of a stream. I'll see you guys next time.